Welcome to our Halloween special.
Ooh.
Are you spooked? I know I am. So we watched every single George Romero directed Zombie of the Dead movie. I had seen most of them, and you had seen one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a relatively new experience for both of us. Because that's 6 movies, we're not going to do our normal knee-jerk thing and break down every category. While we were watching, we did do that with every single film. We have all the numbers here based on our immediate initial response to different aspects of every movie.
He left me.
But instead of going through all that, we're just going to go movie by movie and give you the averaged score for each of us based on what we thought of the different aspects, like the acting and the story and all the jazz we normally do here on KneeJerk. If you're unfamiliar with the format, then go watch any of the other KneeJerks we released for the most part this year. The first movie, Night of the Living Dead.
Yes.
I had seen it before many times.
I never saw it.
What did you think of Night of the Living Dead?
I thought it was really good and really simple. For what it was really great. And it kind of started everything anyway. Where you go to for the info, like how to zombie.
In Night of the Living Dead, George Romero answers the classic burning question, how to zombie? You gave that a 3.3 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to know what 1 through 5 mean, we'll put it up on the screen over here. So,
right next to the pumpkin.
Yes. So your score was 3.3 for
Right.
Night of the Living Dead.
Right. That sounds meh, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Better than pretty good.
Yeah.
For me, I had seen it many times, and like you said, it is very simple. I don't find this one to be super rewatchable just because there's not a whole lot going on. I think it's groundbreaking, and I enjoy it, but at the same time, there are so many zombie movies, and I love so many different zombie movies that Night of the Living Dead never really had much of a special place in my heart. That being said, I do enjoy it, so my score was 3.2, so just a hair's difference from yours. Now, the next one on the list is Dawn of the Dead. You had seen that one before.
Once.
Yes. So you had seen it once before, and that's the one I've seen the most. Not gonna lie, that's my favorite in the series.
Same. I gave it a 4.5. I love this movie.
Yeah, 4.5 out of 5.
It's so good, and it does a great job at being spooky and like silly, but like it's smart silly, so it's not like, oh, that was dumb, why'd you do that? And the zombies are blue, and I just love it. In the first one, obviously, he made a bunch of decisions about how zombies work and all that stuff. But this one, it's like even more fine-tuned.
Yeah.
And you could tell like this is like the epitome of what it is, at least to me.
Same. These are my favorite kind of zombies.
Yeah, same.
And you have great characters, a really amazing nostalgic location.
Yeah.
The soundtrack is killer. Like, I just can't say enough about how great this movie is. This is one of my favorite zombie movies ever made. I gave this a 4.2 out of 5.
Right.
So.
Which for you is like amazing.
Yeah. And next on the list is Day of the Dead. I have seen this many times before as well.
Oh, bub. Okay, I gave it a 3.5. I've never seen this one before. I thought it was really good, but the story itself was not like as good. I think after seeing Dawn of the Dead, I had like a marker, and it was like, okay, well, it wasn't as good as Dawn of the Dead, so it can't be very high. All these little parts were like almost good.
Yeah.
The main like zombie, you care so much about his existence.
Yeah, Bub really runs away with this movie. It's the best part of the movie.
He is the best part of the movie.
I gave this one a 3.1. This one and Night of the Living Dead, like, for me, choosing which one to watch, it's a coin flip. Obviously, Dawn of the Dead, between the 3 we've covered so far, is going to win every time. The next one on the list is Land of the Dead.
Land of the Dead I had not seen either.
I had only seen it once, and it was many, many years ago.
But yeah, I thought that one was really good too. And they had some interesting characters, but honestly, Bub is the reason why I loved the other movie so much, because I thought everything else was pretty decent, and I enjoyed it. This movie didn't have Bub, so it was just under that score. I gave this a 3.4, and I gave the other one a 3.5, so it's just like, just barely below it, but I still thought it was a really good movie.
And I also gave this one a 3.1. This one's enjoyable. It's certainly much more flawed, I think, than his previous movies. But at the same time, he just has so many interesting ideas and situations going on that the movie kind of balances itself out. It's like, well, the characters aren't really great, and the acting is pretty terrible across the board, but then at the same time you've got these really cool ideas and these really fun sequences and set pieces, and also the zombies in this one, they have some pretty cool rules too. Like, the humans distract them with fireworks, And then while the zombies are staring at the fireworks, they go through them without even having to fight their way out. So just all these cool little things in the movie that I thought were really, really fun touches that you don't get in the other movies.
You see Luigi battling King Koopa without Mario, and...
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
They have some of the same actors, and it was really funny to see that. You're welcome.
Yes. Okay. And next up, Diary of the Dead. I had never seen it before. Had you?
No.
I will never see it again, will you?
I'm kind of mad that we watched it.
It's so bad.
It was awful.
I cannot believe George Romero made this movie. I have never seen in a wide release movie acting this bad.
It was so bad.
The story was...
I'm sorry.
The story was asinine. Like, it was literally a movie about technology written by a person who has no clue what technology is these days, but he really wants to seem hip with the kids. Oh, and to top it all off, it's really bad first person for the entire movie. And they never, unlike movies like Wreck, where they have a great explanation for why they're filming, in this movie they never come up with a good reason as to why they should film.
But they keep bringing it up.
Like it's some big point, but they never make a point with it. It's just...
Yeah.
This movie is a train wreck. It's so bad.
It's really bad.
We both gave this the same score on accident.
Yeah, we gave it a 1.8.
Yes, out of 5.
This was poop.
No.
Don't watch it.
Last one.
Survival of the Dead.
I had not seen this one before.
Same. Diary of the Dead and Survival of the Dead, I don't really know if they actually were supposed to connect with the other ones, but they connect with each other.
Yeah, for some reason.
The thing is, Survival of the Dead is better. It's not great.
It's not even good.
It's not even good, but it's better.
Once again, does have some interesting ideas in it. Granted, every single one of those interesting ideas is supremely poorly executed. And at the end of the movie, there's supposed to be a big reveal, but instead of being a big reveal, we were just kind of like, I don't fully understand exactly what you're supposed to be revealing.
Oh, yeah. There were a couple likable characters, or like interesting characters.
Yeah.
There's one.
The old Irish guy was hilarious.
Irish guy. Yeah. He was entertaining.
His daughter was a terrible actor.
Oh my gosh, she's terrible.
This movie does the stupid thing where they're like, oh no, the character died. They have a twin. Just kidding. She's fine. And then it's like brushed off and never mentioned again.
Right.
So it's like the writing is really lazy, but it wasn't Diary of the Dead lazy. So
yeah.
I gave this a 2.6.
Oh, and I gave it a lower score, which is unusual, I think, for us. I gave it a 2.4. I think every movie I'm like a little more optimistic because it's like, oh, but it's a movie, it's not real, it's fine. No, this was
Yeah.
But it was no Diary of the Dead.
So in terms of what we liked the most of the Dead George Romero series, 1 through 6. For both of us. So on Katie's side, her favorite was Dawn of the Dead with 4.5, followed by Day of the Dead with 3.5, followed by Land of the Dead with 3.4, followed by Night of the Living Dead with 3.3, followed by Survival of the Dead with 2.4, and rounding out the bottom of the toilet is Diary of the Dead at 1.8. Frightening. For me, my favorite was Dawn of the Dead with 4.2. Night of the Living Dead comes in second with 3.2. Day of the Dead and Land of the Dead are tied for me with 3.1. Survival of the Dead, second to last, like usual, 2.6. And of course, scum at the bottom of the barrel is Diary of the Dead at 1.8. After watching 6 zombie movies of wildly varying quality, what's your takeaway from the Romero of the Dead series?
Thank you for existing.
Yeah, thank you, George.
I love the movies I loved, and I hate the movies I hated.
Yeah.
But I'm very thankful that they exist because they basically formed our other favorite zombie movies.
It's true. 4 out of the 6 movies I truly enjoyed to loved. So it's like,
yeah,
that's a pretty great track record.
And honestly, I liked Night of the Living Dead a lot, but there are 3 others that went above it, and I didn't even think about that until you read the list. A good amount of them were pretty darn great.
Happy Halloween!
I want more candy.
Okay, that's probably not a great idea.
As you take the whole bowl.